All right, let's try this again because apparently the price tag on the Mac Mini has officially entered its villain arc. No big reveal, no dramatic Apple keynote moment. No slow motion applause. Just a quiet little shift from $5.99 to $7.99 like it updated itself while you weren't looking. One day it's the, hey, this is actually kind of reasonable Mac. The next day, it's staring at you like, I've grown financially. In this video, we talk about the price increase and what used to be Apple's cheapest Mac. Let's get to it. Here's where it gets interesting because technically Apple didn't just raise the price for no reason. According to Apple Inc., what actually happened is they eliminated the 250 gigabyte base model, the one that used to sit comfortably at $599, and replaced it with a new starting point at 512 gigabytes for $799. So in Apple logic, this isn't a price hike. It's a value proposition. You're not paying $200 more for the same thing. You're paying $200 more for double the storage, which on paper sounds fair, logical even, almost a deal, until you realize you were perfectly fine with 256 gigabytes 5 minutes ago. And that's where the magic happens. Because Apple didn't just change the price, they changed the baseline. They quietly removed the cheaper option, then presented the next tier up as the new normal. It's like going to your favorite restaurant, seeing your usual $10 meal gone, and now the only option is the $14 combo. And sure, it comes with fries now. But you didn't ask for fries. You were happy. You were at peace. Now you're doing mental gymnastics trying to convince yourself this was always the better choice. Now, to be fair, storage upgrades from Apple have historically been, let's call them ambitious in pricing. So $200 for doubling storage? In Apple terms, that's practically a clearance sale. Somewhere in Cupertino, somebody probably pitched this as generous. And honestly, compared to their usual upgrade pricing, they're not entirely wrong. But context matters, because when the entry price jumps by $200, the psychological effect hits in a way harder than the spec sheet explanation. At $599, the Mac Mini was easy. It was the just get it recommendation. No overthinking, no budgeting crisis, no existential questions about your life choices. It was the Mac you suggested to people without needing a follow-up disclaimer. Now, at $799, oh, now we're negotiating. Now we're comparing. Now we're opening tabs we didn't want to open. Because once you're in the $800 range, the conversation changes completely. And that's the real play here. Apple didn't just give you more storage. They moved the entire conversation up a tier. Because once you accept $799 as the starting point, what's another $200? What's another $300? Suddenly, you're not deciding if you should buy a Mac Mini. You're deciding how far up the ladder you're willing to climb. And Apple's standing there, completely unbothered, watching you climb it. But here's the twist. And this is the part that makes it complicated. The Mac Mini is still good, like frustratingly good. The kind of good that makes you hate how effective this strategy is. Because yes, you are technically getting more storage. Yes, the performance is likely better. And yes, deep down, you kind of understand it. You just don't like how you got there. So now this isn't just a price increase. This is a repositioning. This is Apple redefining what entry level means without ever saying the words out loud. The $599 Mac Mini didn't get more expensive, it just disappeared. And in its place, a $799 version that makes you question whether you ever needed that cheaper option in the first place. And honestly, that might be the most Apple move of all. Anyways, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, yes, I'm still calling it Twitter, and of course, right here on YouTube at J. Abrams Tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.